guys, what's the review show? My name is Austin. Snow White stars Rachel Zegler and Gal Gadot. A princess joins forces with 7 dwarves to liberate her kingdom from her cruel stepmother, the evil queen. And that, folks, is why you don't listen to stupid people on the internet. Well, any remote of good from this movie, it's probably because of the stupid people on the internet. Because they did have massive reshoots of this film, and so probably should be thanking them if you enjoyed this movie. Just saying. And yes, there's some good things in this movie. Other people will say this is a terrible film. It's not the worst movie in the world. This is definitely not the worst movie I've seen of all year. Already, I could name a lot more worse movies than this, but it's also not that good. To keep it positive, Rachel Zegler, she's good in the film. I always liked Rachel Zegler as a performer, not really much as a person. We won't really get into that, but I always liked her as a performer. She is a great singer. She should just go off and be an artist because, she seems like she has a talent for that. She was good in the film as this version of Snow White. Would I cast this person to be Snow White? No, because she's white as snow from the original song. Describing that's not really a big problem for me. That's like the bottom of the barrel of like problems I have. I was enjoying like the first 10 minutes of the film, because the first 10 minutes of the film is like, okay, yeah, this is pretty much a Disney kind of remake that you kind of expand things from the original story, maybe make some minor little changes where Snow White is the princess in this one and not this random girl. I think it's been a bit since I've watched the original one, but I'm pretty sure she wasn't a princess in that original film. And actually have this set up in a song where her parents are singing her about her being a leader and all that, which I don't necessarily like for Snow White, because it's like that's not what Snow White is, but if that's what they're going to go for, all right, let's see how you pull it off. Like, that setup is nice. It's a nice setup, and it's a nice song, and next when Rachel Zegler sings after that song is a good song, which the song that she sings is in the trailer, and that's kind of like the only really good song throughout the whole entire movie. Now there is definitely like remixes of the original songs, there's the whistling one. That one's nice, I guess, but if we're talking about like something new, that's the only good new thing. It's really the second half of the movie I have a big issue with. It's when we start meeting the dwarves, and the dwarves in this movie kind of are just there, like most other characters in the film. The CGI on them aren't good. It's actually kind of distracting in the movie. Next, we get into this other part of the movie that involves these 7 bandits, which involves the leak footage, leaked photo set of the 7 people that were leaked online, and had a huge controversy over the internet, and everyone, including the media, everyone thought that these were going to be our 7 dwarves. Turned out not to be the case. They're actually 7 bandits in the film, and which they have absolutely no purpose in this movie. They actually add zero relevance to the whole entire film. They don't even interact with one another. Like, there's like characters that are having like redemption kind of moments, and they're speaking characters' names, and I'm like, I don't know who that is. Like, who the fuck is that? And this I have a big question over. Is like they have a short or dwarf person. I don't know. Either way, it's gonna offend someone. So calling them short or dwarf is not gonna really matter. But why? So they can hire someone that is actually the size of the character dwarfs, but then they don't give that person that role. And next they make CGI character dwarves. They clearly, that doesn't really make any sense to me. And it's really more distracting when it comes to the CGI dwarves when you have both of them, the real person and the CGI creature, next to one another, because one has a fucking giant ass fucking head, and one is just a regular person who should be playing that role, which was basically, honestly, is made for that role. It's like, give them that opportunity. to shine. But no, it's like they're scared for some reason. Like they want to be diverse, but they try to be diverse in the most insulting way, to be like, hey, well, guys, we're being diverse. See how good we are? We're being so diverse. And it's like, okay, you don't need to show off that you're being diverse. It's like that's normal now. Like it's like, yeah, it's good that we have all of this, but you're trying to really rub it in our face like you're trying to be a good person. And so my biggest issue with this movie is it feels like two different movies, and that comes back to the reshoots part, is that it feels like after the whole controversy, after like the leak footage and what Rachel Zegler was saying about the Snow White isn't going to be saved by the prince and all of that, it feels like when they went back and reshot the film, but they try to keep elements from their original idea and blend it into this movie, but none of it makes any sense. Like this movie still has things from the original one. It still has the red apple. It still has this like, magical love stuff to it, and the whole stuff with the prince, who's now a bandit in this movie, who actually has more involvement in this film than the original one, and yet he still feels as weird as he did in the original one, where it's like, do you really love her? Do you though? Like how like so with that aspect, the film does something similar to the original, but takes even longer to get to that point. And it's like, you might as well just watch the original one at that point. Oh my god, I forgot to talk about Gal Gadot. And Gal Gadot as the evil queen, she's terrible. She's horrendous in the film. Can't believe she got a Hollywood star. Can't believe it. I think you have to pay for those, but you can also be given that, and there's like a fee of that if you accept the star. So there's that aspect. So I don't know if she went out and be like, hey, I want to buy a star, or if she was given the star. It could have been either way, but she's not that good of an actor. Like she's fine in like Fast and the Furious films, but when you try to give her a serious acting role, it's so hard. I'm gonna give Snow White a D-. Don't go and watch this. Just stay at home, watch the original one, or wait a month or so for this one to come out on Disney Plus. Like, there's no point in going out and watching this. There isn't. And anyone that's upset for me saying that, well, any form of Disney remakes, more or less, it's a Disney remake, or like any form of, film that is made for a younger audience comes out and it gets bashed reviews from critics. There's always this side of group of people that are trying to defend. It's like, it's not made for you. It's made for 5-year-olds. So it's clear that's why you don't like it. I call bullshit on that. That is complete fucking bullshit. That is just a lame excuse or a lame defense on trying to defend something that isn't good. I can literally name off multiple movies that are PG, made for a younger audience, that I enjoyed. Like, this is a recent film, like the Looney Tunes movie, A Day That the Earth Blew Up. Like, that was a really good movie, and yet there's moments in it I'm like, yeah, okay, that's made for kids, but there's plenty of stuff in that film that's like, oh, that's kind of pushing the line a little bit to PG, the PG-13. Like, there's plenty of stuff in that movie that's made for adults. Like, even like The Wild Robot, The Bad Guys, Inside Out 2. Like, and these are all movies that came out in this past last year or 2 years ago. Like, I hate that fucking argument. That argument is complete bullshit. That is a lazy ass statement, and stop using it as an argument. Anyway, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Thank you guys very much for watching. Like always, I'll see you guys in the next review. Bye, guys.